Hello, this is Mark Timmons, the Water Doctor, and we're here today to answer your questions about water, whether it's on bacteria, iron, sulfur, stinky, smelly water. How important is KDF? I noticed that your whole house systems do not use it. Okay, KDF is what is called a redox media. Redox means reduction by oxidation, and very simply, KDF-55 media, which is commonly used in city water for the reduction or the removal of chlorine. And what it is, it's 55% zinc, 45% copper. It almost looks like gold, little powdered gold if you look at it. And it costs about as much as gold. It's very, very expensive. In fact, over the years, the cost has went up dramatically. So, number one, cost becomes a factor when you're making a system to be sold. Secondly, the media is extremely heavy. It weighs tremendous amount, and if you're using it like some people use it in a water softener, they have what's called a CanPro chamber, and in this CanPro chamber there are like either 4 or 6 segments where you can put like a pound or a half a pound of KDF-55. There are cases that we've read about, and I can't say it's definitive, but we've read where they say it's added copper to the water, and that's not a good thing either. The other problem is in this KDF chamber, if you go to backwash the KDF, and it's very important that it be backwashed in a water softener, if you don't backwash it with enough force, you won't fluidize the KDF, and you'll get calcification in that media. It literally turns into cement. And so if it turns into cement, you basically have shut down your flow of water. Not a good thing. Here's the problem that comes when you try to backwash it though. You have to backwash it at about 10 or 12 gallons a minute. And so in a standard water softener that may only use 2 gallons a minute to backwash, all of a sudden you have to backwash it from 2 to 12 gallons a minute, 10 more gallons a minute for about 10 minutes, and that's another 100 gallons of water that you waste down the drain. My way of thinking is that's just not a good use of assets. The other problem with the KDF-55 and the CanPro chamber is that the CanPro chamber is very fragile in itself. I've seen it let loose, let KDF go down into the resin bed. All kinds of bad things can happen, especially when it has to be shipped. And when you ship something, there can be a big problem. So we do use KDF in certain things, but we don't use KDF inside of our water softeners. We have what's called our hybrid water softeners, which have a top chamber that has carbon in it and a bottom chamber that has resin, or a 2-tank situation where it's got carbon in the first tank, softening resin in the second tank. I'm not saying KDF's a bad product. I'm just saying for those reasons, number one, it's heavy, it's expensive. You have to backwash it with a lot of force, and you're going to waste a lot of water. And containing it could be a problem in the KDF chamber in the tank. And the final one is adding copper to the water. We don't think that's a good thing. So I'm not trying to say it's a bad product. I'm just saying we made a decision that it doesn't seem practical for our applications.